today I'll be sharing with you some of my Sephora favorites. We've got makeup, skincare, hair care, perfume, and some tools and accessories. So let's get started. First thing I want to jump into is eyeshadow palettes. 4 eyeshadow palettes I want to recommend. The first one being the one that I use the most, and it is this one. This is the Tartelette Toasted Palette. First of all, it smells really good. It smells like marshmallows. I guess toasted marshmallows maybe. I really love this palette because I just find that, it's very versatile to use. It's got lots of shades that will take you from day to night. So this palette has a lot of peachy, orangey, coralish shades, but you've also got your essentials like this brown one over here. And I just had to say the quality of all the shadows in this palette are really good. It's so easy to blend. The next palette is this one by Urban Decay. It is the Naked Cherry palette. So earlier I talked about a more corally eyeshadow palette. This one's a lot more pinkish, rosy palette. You've got a lot of pink eyeshadows, different shades that you can work with. You got your glitters, you got your mattes, and you got your really dark tones over here that are even close to purple. And I think it's just another great palette that will take you from day to night. The quality of the eyeshadows in this palette are really good too. They're also easy to blend. The next one is a palette that is actually a combination of both like peachy and pinkish tones. So if you want an all-in-one palette, I would recommend this one by Anastasia, Beverly Hills. This is the Soft Glam palette. As you can see, you've got a really nice mix of day to night shades as well. You've got your orange tones here, and then your pinkish ones here. So the thing I love about this palette is that they have a lot more brownish tone shades. You've got 4 of them over here. They're different tones. You've got really warm browns, and then you've got your reddish browns, dark browns, and they also have a pure black eyeshadow, which is great for eyeliner. Anastasia Beverly Hills is really well known for the blendability of their eyeshadows. It's super pigmented, so you have to be really careful when you use the eyeshadows from this palette. The last palette I wanted to talk about is this one. This is the Tarte Rainforest of the Sea Volume 3 palette. This was a gift. It's mainly a lot of shimmery, glittery eyeshadows. I really like using the shadows in this palette for the top of my eyelid when I want that extra glitter and pop. I guess you could think of this more like a highlight palette, because you could also use it for highlighting like the inner corners or even your cheekbones. For eyeliner, I like this one by Urban Decay. It is the 24/7 Glide On Eye Pencil in Perversion. I have 2 of them. One I think is like travel size perhaps. I really like this eyeliner just because it's very intense, very pigmented. You will see the black. The thing is, it's so easy to blend with. Like, it's very easy to work with. It smudges perfectly. It also lasts a really long time. I've worn this out to parties and clubs, and I feel like at the end of the night, my eyeliner is still looking bomb. So yes, this is a good eyeliner to use. Moving on to foundation, this is the Estee Lauder Double Wear Stay in Place Makeup Foundation with SPF 10. It has a matte finish, which I really like. I have pretty oily skin, so I really like this foundation because I feel like even though living in super humid and hot Singapore, when I perspire, my foundation stays in place and doesn't rub off. It's very long wearing, long lasting, basically sweat resistant, I guess. And it's very full coverage as well, which I love. The only thing is that you probably have to work really fast when you put on the foundation on your face because it does dry out pretty fast. Other than that, this is a really great foundation. Moving on to concealers. I have 3 concealers in my hands right now. 2 are from NARS, and this one is from Tarte. Everyone knows the Tarte Shape Tape Concealer. This is the most full coverage concealer I have ever tried. It does an excellent job of covering your under eye circles. I think that there's no other concealer I can compare this to. It's just that it dries up really fast, so you also, again, you have to work really fast with this concealer, and it does settle into the fine lines, I feel like, if you don't set your concealer. Apart from that, I think it's just great if for those days when you feel like you look really tired, this is gonna save you. The next one is this NARS Radiant Creamy Concealer. I like to use this for my under eyes as well, but when I'm going for a more no makeup look, because it's much lighter coverage, so it doesn't really cover all the darkness, I would say, but it does feel a lot more lightweight and not as cakey as the Tarte one, which is why I like this concealer. The next one is a new favorite actually. This is the NARS Soft Matte Complete Concealer. It's full coverage and it's very easy to work with, very easy to blend on your face. It doesn't settle in too fast like the Tarte one and settle into the fine lines. I just think that this concealer is really great for covering any blemishes, and this is my go-to. So this is a new holy grail. Alright, now we're moving on to powders. Both powders that I really love from Sephora are from Laura Mercier. This one is the Shine Control Pressed Setting Powder. It has a green tinge to this powder, which is great for covering redness on your face. And I think like this is supposed to be one of their extra strong powders for super oily skin, which is why I got this. And I have been using this powder for years. I also really like that it's a pressed powder, so I can carry one in my purse whenever I go out for touch-ups throughout the day. And for a more heavy-duty powder that, you know, you want to bake with, of course, is the Translucent Loose Setting Powder by Laura Mercier. This is also another one of the OGs. I really like this because I feel like this powder is so fine that it doesn't really settle into your fine lines, and instead covers it up and makes your complexion look so much more flawless than it really is. So that's the magic of this powder. Moving on to bronzer and contouring. So this bronzer here is by Benefit. It's the Hoola bronzer. Just like my powder, I've also hit pan. This is a great bronzer for when you just want that sun-kissed look. After I put on my foundation and concealer, I tend to look really pale, so this helps me to add back that color, that healthy glow. For contouring, I like to use this product, which is the Fenty Beauty Match Sticks. And it's a cream contour stick, very easy to blend with, and I think it just goes on seamlessly on your face, and it really just does the job very well, and it just gives you that defined, contoured look, you know, so you're like, kind of that look, yeah. And for blush, I have this one by NARS. This is their blush in the shade Orgasm. It's a very nice pinky coral color with like a lot of gold glitters. I like it a lot because it just looks really natural on my face, and I feel like because of both the pinky corally undertones, it goes well with all my eyeshadow palettes that I own, so I don't really need to worry about matching them. Now we've come to highlighters. So I have two highlighters that I own that are from Sephora. The first one is the Anastasia Beverly Hills Amrezy highlighter. Just look at the gold. Oh my goodness. My cheekbones really be popping when I use this highlighter. I also really like to use this for the inner corners just because they're just so pigmented. The gold color is just so pigmented, it really pops. So the next highlighter I own is the Fenty Beauty Kilowatt Foil Freestyle Highlighter. And this was a gift. It's also got a really nice shine to it. It also makes your skin just pop, which we love. This particular shade isn't as gold as the Amrezy highlighter that I have, so I like to use this when I'm using silver jewelry. Yay, we come to lips! So for lip products, I like these 4 lipsticks and lip glosses. The first one I'll talk about is this lipstick by MAC. The MAC lipstick that I have is in the shade Velvet Teddy, and it is a matte lipstick. It's the color that I'm wearing on right now. I just think that the color is just really nice. A very beautiful nude, like your lips, but like obviously better. And even though it's matte, I feel like it's not very drying on the lips. It's very creamy, which I like. And it's always great to just have a nude lipstick in hand. Another matte lipstick that I have is this one by Charlotte Tilbury. It is in the shade Secret Salma. This shade's a little bit more rosy and it adds like that really nice punch of color to your lips. Charlotte Tilbury lipsticks I think are really creamy. I feel like they just glide on like butter. This is definitely a super hydrating lipstick. I also had another Charlotte Tilbury lipstick in the shade Pillow Talk, which I accidentally misplaced and now it's lost, but that was my favorite shade, and this is my second favorite, which is the Secret Salma. The next one was really intriguing to me. It's by Bobbi Brown, and it's this crushed liquid lip. And basically, it's like a mash between lipstick and a lip gloss. So you get both in one product. It's got the same kind of pigment that you get when you use a lipstick. And it's got the sheen and gloss of a lip gloss. But the thing is, you don't need to layer one on top of the other. I really like this particular shade in Juicy Date. I also like that this is not too sticky, even though it's a lip gloss. For purely lip glosses, I have this one by Fenty Beauty. This was part of a gift set together with the highlighter, and it's in the shade Sweet Mouth. It's a very cute, very bubblegummy, light pink lip gloss that is also very lightweight, not sticky, and it smells like bubblegum or candy floss. Something sweet, something really sweet. Probably why it's called Sweet Mouth, but for makeup tools, I wanted to recommend a few brushes. This is the brush set by It Cosmetics. I got this as a gift and it was one of those Christmas sets that you can get with all the different types of brushes. The quality of these are so good. It's so fluffy, and it's just so soft. And when it goes on your skin, it doesn't feel like it's pricking you. I don't know if you ever felt that with like cheap brushes, but this does not have that feeling at all. It's very luxurious, and I just think that it picks up powder really well, so it gives you that very airbrushed look. And the other brushes that I use are from Sigma. I also think these are really good quality, also very soft, but I feel like with the It Cosmetics, they're like slightly denser as compared to the Sigma ones, but I do prefer the Sigma brush handles because they are basically, I think they're plastic, while the It Cosmetics one, they're kind of this like silicone material that, you know, over time just tends to become really sticky. That's the only thing I don't like about these brushes, but otherwise, both are really good. Oh yes, before I forget, for makeup setting sprays, this one by Urban Decay called D-Slick is the one that I swear by. At the end of the day, my makeup is still intact, it's still there. There's makeup when I remove the makeup from my face. It just helps my makeup to last the whole day, and it's something that I think you really need when you're in Singapore. So this is definitely something that I really love, and I don't think I can get by without this.